Jumping right into it this week on the shit show, these are my favorite plugins. Number 1, RX Voice Denoise. I got this in the RX7 Elements bundle from iZotope, and this is the greatest plugin for getting rid of background noise. Peek behind the curtain for you, I live near an airport, not the best thing for recording audio, and unfortunately it's not realistic to soundproof my small studio, so I kind of have to deal with airplanes at all hours of the day. Ghetto rigging and overcomplicating things is my vibe, so I used to look at this flight radar app that shows when planes are getting ready to leave or to land at my airport, and I would then time how long I had to record a take without the plane noise, which was almost never. But when I got this plugin, that stopped being a problem. It essentially takes samples of the audio in short intervals and gets rid of the low-end hum and any other problem areas that would affect the recording. And it's not destructive, unlike my D&D addiction. Absolutely a necessity for my setup. Number 2, Andrew Scheps Parallel Particles. This is the plugin from Waves designed in collaboration with Andrew Scheps, who is my favorite mixing engineer ever. If it was a parental figure, it would be my daddy because it never walks out on me. Bro, who the fuck wrote this? You did. Oh yeah. I use this on all kinds of tracks because a simple 4-dial setup gives me a huge amount of malleability to a sound. I love throwing these on my bus tracks to make entire drum sets sound thick and powerful, or my bass to take up that nice wide area of the track without sounding like I put a chorus effect on there. I use it for almost every track, but I do tend to leave it alone when it comes to vocals. Not for any particular reason, I just have other tricks for them. Number 3, OTT in Ableton. So if you don't have Ableton, you won't have this, but I bet there are other similar plugins out there for you. I honestly have no fucking clue what this plugin does or why it works so well, but my vocals tended to not stick out very well and thus became victims of the wall of death. This is where each track is mushed together, constantly fighting for supremacy in the frequency spectrum of your mix. But with this plugin, I can get my vocals to stand out without selling my soul to Lucifer. Also, I'm out of souls, so, if you got some, hit me up. Here's a little trick my friend showed me. You take the high band here and push it all the way up until the red is gone and then slightly bring it back. Then you do the opposite for the low band while leaving the mid alone. Then you bring down the wet knob to around 20-30%. For some reason, this has been a game changer for me in regards to my vocals sitting right where I want them. Unlike me during my kindergarten school picture day as I went looking for my dad. Bro, what the fuck? Number 4, Valhalla Reverbs. These plugins, in my opinion, are the best reverbs on the market. I don't know what it is about them specifically, but they make mixing so much fun. I'm one of those producers who likes to put different reverbs on different tracks to just add to the layers of the mix itself. And Valhalla has some plugins that push customizing your reverb to the next level. I tend to use the vintage Verb on all my backing tracks like guitars and piano, while I use the room Verb for my drum kit. But there are tons of ways to use these verbs, and I'm constantly finding new techniques that are mind-boggling. Highly recommend these. Unless you hate puppies, in which case, get the fuck out! And number 5, SubLab. This is my go-to for making subs. Some people really don't care and they just throw whatever sub samples they like from their library. Other people care a lot and try to make subs from scratch using all sorts of crazy tools like Operator, for instance. But I like to sit in the middle. SubLab is easy as hell to use and makes some really dope stuff. My technique is to pick the closest preset to what I'm looking for and then make small tweaks to the sound in context of the song. Using samples makes it difficult to edit, and using Operator makes me want to blow my fucking brains out. So for all things sub or 808, this is my go-to. What are your favorite plugins? Comment down below so other people can get an idea of what's dope, and press play on that like button if you enjoyed learning from a high school dropout on the verge of making it big in Hollywood. I'm gonna make it big this time.
Let's put it this way. No.